Domantas, I didn't recognize you outside of your Big Bird costume.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be funny once it hits online.
Yeah. Starting five on Netflix. These cameras really go behind the scenes. They're everywhere. Your family, your interpersonal moments. Did you ever get used to it?
I feel like towards the end we kind of got used to it, and they were just part of our lives. Brushing our teeth, waking up, there's a camera in your face, so you kind of get used to it after a certain while.
Is there a part or a moment that you are most excited for fans to see on Netflix?
Just basically how we are off the court with my family, with my kids, and how much time and effort we put into it.
It's beautiful. You're like on FaceTimes in the middle of the night. A lot of it's very moving, and I haven't even seen all of the moments. I think you're used to the cameras because you were not flinching on this red carpet this week
Ah,
for the premiere. It was insane.
yeah, yeah. It makes it a lot easier when I have my son with me because you're just in dad mode and you don't really care. If I was by myself, I probably would have been a robot stuck.
No, you had your whole family. They looked so beautiful. And this series is incredible. It follows you and LeBron and Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jimmy Butler. The games, I love how they're shot. I love the lighting of them. It's very heavily depicted in the series. Which of these guys do you enjoy facing the most?
Who do I enjoy facing? I mean, it's hard to tell. You always want to go against the best, and those guys are the best. So, as an athlete and competitor, that's what you want to do. But playing against, I mean, they're all tough competitors. You know, you play in LA, Minnesota's a top team. Then you go to Miami, all their history, and then obviously playing Boston is Boston. So I can't even pick.
You can't even pick. Well, I mean, you were undefeated against LeBron last year, so I would probably pick that one, no?
Yeah, hopefully we stay that way.
What was it like sitting in the theater? And I don't know if you had seen the previews or any of the footage before. What is it like hearing on starting five, LeBron, not just LeBron, but LeBron saying specifically that the first thing that comes to mind with you is your ability to bring power and your basketball IQ? What was that like?
It's awesome. You know, it's a really cool feeling. I grew up watching LeBron. You know, he's still there, but you know, getting the respect from your peers, you know, on a national level, is something really cool. You know, it just motivates you to keep working harder and working on your craft.
I was talking to my dad about your game this morning because I work in the NFL, but I'm very enthusiastic about the NBA and I'm very excited about this series. And he said that you're this perfect blend of physical power and finesse. It's a beautiful balance, is what he said. If you could only be great at one, being a monster or a maestro, which is
Yeah.
it?
I love being a monster, but I'd love to be a maestro because it's a lot less effort. It'll come a lot
Okay.
easier.
So more rebounds or more assists, which would you prefer?
More assist for sure.
More assists. I love that. You come from basketball royalty. Of course, your dad, who's also in Starting Five Netflix, he's got speaking parts. There's great old footage. It's really incredible. I can't wait for everybody to see it. He's one of the greatest foreign-born players ever. What did he think about you participating in the project?
Well, I don't even know how you ask him that question, but I know how we think as a family. You know, we're closed off behind cameras and stuff. So, you know, just doing this and being the first in my family to really put our name out there, you know, my mom understands. She's like, it's a whole different time. You got to do it, take advantage, you know. My dad's like old school, like, I don't know. And I'm like, Dad, I need you to film for a couple seconds. He's like, really? So it was harder to get him on camera.
I kind of love, but you did successfully, and everybody can check it out on Netflix in October. Um, I love that your dad is old school. So I have to ask you, what is the one thing that you hear the most from him when, he's sort of not complaining, but like, oh, the game used to be more physical. What are these
Yeah.
new restrictions, soft fouls? Like, what's the one thing that he gripes about today's game?
Probably all that you just said, all that stuff that's like, just go out and play. Like it's a game. It's not that complicated. So when he hears all this other stuff, he's like, how is this even possible?
I woke up and I Googled your name to see like, what's the latest on you, what I can talk about. And the internet is convinced that there's something going on between you and Anthony Edwards. What is that?
Oh, really? I
that
didn't even know that.
that he avoided you. Why are people always trying to find things between NBA players?
Yeah.
Is there a rivalry brewing in the Western Conference? That's what the world
Oh,
wants.
I have no idea. I was gonna say that's the one I get along the best out of everyone.
Really?
Um, yeah, I don't know what happened at the premiere that they thought that,
I
that's the
think he
issue.
like didn't hug you or something, and the world
Oh,
was like, here we go.
sounds about right with our fans.
You put in the work in the off season, that I know. Last off season, you ditched fun things like food. Like
Yeah,
you aren't eating anything. I saw you picking tomatoes in starting five on
yeah.
Netflix. You get like a beautiful view of your garden. Like the world is going to be jealous of that, of course. But I work in the NFL and I know Tom Brady says tomatoes are a no-no. You
Yeah.
can't eat tomatoes. So I'd like to know where you are in your food process because it's clearly helped you. You had your best
Yeah.
statistical season. And what is the food that you miss most?
Tomatoes is tough because I grew up Spanish culture and Lithuanian culture, and that's like our main thing. It's gonna be impossible. A good tomato with salt and pepper and olive oil and for breakfast, you can't get rid of that. So that's gonna be tough for me. But in terms of foods, I got rid of a lot of things that I like. I did a inflammatory test called MRT test, and it showed up a lot of things that I basically can't eat, even though some things are good for athletes. Like I can't eat asparagus, I can't eat yogurt, I can't eat egg whites, like all these things, because for my body, it causes inflammation. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm as healthy as possible throughout the season. I played 82 games this year. So I think it worked. And I'm just going to try and stick with it and kind of dig deeper into it.
You have a beautiful family. Tell them that you're not tell me you're not depriving them of eggs and all
No,
that.
no, no, not at all. I get jealous. They're like next to me, Tiger's eating French toast in the morning and all this, and I'm like, oh my God, I need that.
What food do you miss most?
I'm a big carb guy and a lot of like breads and croissants, pastas, and on my test it showed that I have to be gluten free. So
Oof.
I had to stay away from all that or find equivalent pastas and breads and stuff like that that are gluten free, but we all know that's impossible.
Can you Kings fans appreciate and understand your star player and what he is sacrificing to be on the court and do all the things? It's amazing. Let's talk about your team for a second here. You add DeMar DeRozan. We love that.
Yeah.
This is now a very deep, very talented team, probably the most so that you've been a part of. How is it going so far with DeMar as you guys look ahead to the season?
Yeah, very excited about the season. DeMar's been great. We've already met up in LA a couple times to work out and just pick our brains, and things are going very easy, very smooth. We kind of it feels like DeMar said the other day, we've been playing for a couple years already. And that's the most thing I'm most excited about. He's a very smart player and he's just going to make everyone better just being around us.
Love that. If at a Sacramento Kings game, who's your pick? Who would be the person that you would most want to light the beam?
To light the beam.
Hmm?
Anyone on the team?
No, just like a dream guest, a dream
Oh, a
celebrity.
dream guest. Oh wow. I don't even know. Um, I had my son light the beam last year. He would definitely want to do it again.
That's pretty cool. He wants to do it again, and he should.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, we're gonna wrap this like this. It's Netflix. It's starting five. Everybody check it out. It's coming out in October. Profiling you and these amazing guys. I want to ask you a couple of really quick hitters, and you're gonna tell me who's most likely to be this out of those five. Okay, who's most likely to lose their keys?
Anthony Edwards. Sure.
And who's most likely to run for office?
LeBron.
Who's most likely to win a worst dressed award?
A worst dressed award. Wow. I don't know.
And
Either Anthony Edwards or Jimmy Butler because he'll come in a costume.
yeah, that's true. I kind of love that Anthony Edwards wore the hoodie last night.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to get memed on the internet from a moment on starting five?
Probably me.
Really? Yeah, I would say
Big Bird's gonna be everywhere.
your costume changes were wild.
Yeah,
Most likely to take the shot at the end of the game.
most likely. I mean, all those guys are taking the last shot, so
Even just the highlights yesterday, I was watching. You just sort of you're coaching out there. What is something that you wish people like me talked about a little bit more? You
I
can
don't
still
know.
tell me.
I don't even know what to say. Like it's not even coming. It's blank in my head.
And I guess that's why you are the way you are. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. Everybody check out Netflix. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.